Mornos. Yep, so we're still at Cape Corodron, just about to leave to head towards Port Hedland. So like when you're on this road down the west coast, the next biggest place between like after Broome is Port Hedland. Paid $12 for some water yesterday, like a big bottle of it, so I'm going to stock up on some supplies in Port Hedland. It's a bit of a town. This place is amazing, definitely come. We went on the beach last night in the dark to see if we could find some turtles, but obviously we don't really know what we're doing, so we couldn't find any. We don't know what times they come and where they come because it's turtle nesting season. I've seen loads of hermit crabs though, they were everywhere, and it was really weird because you're walking along the beach and you could just hear these like scuttling, crackling noises, and it sounds really loud because there's no other sounds. But yeah, it's just the hermit crabs. So next stop's Port Hedland, and after that, Bala Bala. Okay, we arrived at Port Hedland. It's not too much here, really. It's mainly, I think, just a mining town and a port. It's not bad to look at. It's all right, but not too much going on, really. We don't want to spend too much time here, I guess. Yeah, so the water's nice, but I think someone said there's been some croc sightings. So we're not going to swim. So we've just stopped to have some lunch. We might have a shower because there's a tap here in the park, so we might have a little wash and then carry on to Bala Bala camp. So this is the park. There's a headland there. Righto, good morning. We are actually now at Cleaverville Beach, which is between Roebourne and Karratha on the west coast of Australia. We were going to go to like a small camp called Bala Bala. Kind of drove about 20 k's off the highway, and it just looked a bit crocky and a bit desolate. So we thought, oh, this looks a bit dodgy, maybe let's not stay here. And then the pub opposite it, which is Wim Creek Pub, it's just a really small like mining population there, and I think the sign said no trespassing, no shooting, so that felt a bit Wolf Creeky. So we kind of kept going, got here at dusk, we had like a few minutes of daylight left, set our tents up and stuff, set the cars up, and it is really, really nice. The turtles nest here as well, apparently, on the beach. We haven't seen any because we still have no idea when they do it. But I've just got up and gone for a dip at like 7 a.m. because I just felt gross and sweaty and horrible. Only downside is there's a load of flies and like midges and mosquitoes. But yeah, this is where we camped on the beach. So here is where we camped. Here's the beach. This is Cleaverville Beach. Alright, so we've just driven about 45 minutes from Cleaverville Beach to Hearson's Cove, which is just outside of Karratha. In between, like basically near Dampier, pretty much. So the tide as well has just come in like 3 minutes. It was so far out, and now it's like basically at the beach. So we're going to see if we can have a little swim, because I think it's safe to swim here. We've just got the Barbies, and this is Hearson's Cove. Not too many people around here because it's, well, obviously it's coming into wet season, and it's just mainly like Karratha is just a mining town by the looks of it. There's a lot of BP stuff as well around, so yeah, there's not too many tourists. Right, so we've just been for a swim down here, I'm not joking, it is the hottest like natural water I've ever been in. It's got to be like 40 degrees at least. Like, we've been in 3 different hot springs in the last few weeks and they're all about 32, 34 and they're nowhere near as hot as that. It's like someone has boiled a load of water and put it in the sea. It's crazy, I have no idea why it's so hot, but it is so hot. Morning, guess where we are? Tyre shop again. So I had another flatty yesterday, so that's 3 out of 4. So we've just driven to the tyre shop. It's gonna be, I think it was about $200 and something for a new one, or 60 for a second-hand one. So we'll take our chances on the second-hand one. Once we get this sorted, we are gonna, because we thought there's 2 roads into Carragini and Millstream National Park, which is obviously inland from the coast. And we drove down to Karratha because we thought we could take this one road, but we've spoken to some people and checked it out a bit, and I think it's going to be corrugated, which means like they put a load of really annoying bumps in it basically. It's like a dirt gravel road and it's just really bad for the car and it's hard to sort of drive on. So yeah, we'll have to backtrack a little bit, but it's not too far. I think it's about an hour and a half to Millstream National Park. Either way, it should be good. It looks unreal. Millstream and Carragini, there's some like really cool like pools and waterfalls and stuff. It looks amazing. So I'm buzzing for that. So yeah, there's also Point Sampson on the way back up because we've got to go north a little bit, which someone said was nice. But I think kind of the beaches around here, apparently you can swim at Point Sampson. Where we were swimming yesterday, we spoke to a local guy and apparently there's sharks and we didn't know. But we were only paddling, so it should be alright. But yeah, so obviously there's stingers and sharks and possibly crocs in most of the places near the coast where you can swim, like at the point where we are now. So we might check out Point Sampson, might not. But yeah, regardless, we're heading into the bush for about maybe 3 or 4 days of bush camping, so that should be sick. So this is Point Sampson, that little turn off I said between Roburn and the road to Millstream National Park. Guys out there fishing on the rocks. So nice. Righto. It's about 3 PM. I've just arrived at Python Pool in Millstream Chichester National Park and there's nobody here. We saw 3 cars on the hour and a half drive in, and they were all going the opposite direction. So Python Pool is like the main attraction here. I think it looks unreal on the photos. It's just a 100-metre walk from the car park, so I'm really excited about it. I'm really hot as well. It's cloudy but it's boiling. I've got to say earlier as well, Karratha, the town that we stayed in last night, apparently it hasn't rained in 3 years, and when it did last rain it was about 15 drops and it stopped. So that is why it's so dry and like barren looking. Here you go. So this is Python Pool. Setting the tyres down. Doesn't look much on the camera, but it's so bumpy. Righto, here you go. So we've just got to the campground almost, we're about 6 k's off it now. So how it works when you're in a national park in Australia is if it's like a fee, it'll usually be like an honesty thing. Like sometimes they have rangers that check and people that check. So what you do is, I'll just show you. This where we stop now is like a registration station, and you get an envelope and you put your like car rego and fill out your details basically, and you put something in there when it's going to say you paid, and then you put the money in a box. So yeah, that's how you pay for camping, if it says so in the Outback. So we're just paying our camp passes.
It's dinner time!
This is Millstream Campground. So many people here. So many mates. This is wow cool. So we're literally the only people here. I think I said that like 50 times since we left Melbourne. But it's bush camping. So it was $11 per adult to stay the night. And they've got like some, like, it's dunnies, but they're nice toilets. And this is a proper like full camp kitchen in the middle of the outback. Like we're in the middle of the bush. We're hundreds of k's from anywhere. Little sink there, a light, solar powered light, workbench, gas stove, barbecue, little notice board. Sick little like sheltered picnic areas with some kangaroos that we just seen.